What's up, peoples? Mr. Anomaly coming at you again. I'm gonna do a reaction. I'm gonna do a piggyback off CJ on this one. The 5 reasons women have become undateable. Here we go. Shout out to CJ.
Anyway, let's keep it going. The 5 undateable characteristics of women. How come women have become undateable for men? Ladies, I know you're going to say, well, these men are undateable. Are you trying your best? Are you at your best? Are you at your best?
No.
Because we know that there's some psychopaths out here. And despite the fact that they're saying that they're dateable, they have a long history of wreckage behind them. And it makes it hard. It makes it hard for them to actually compete. We do know that women just want to be throttled. Oh, wait. Let's show you this real quick. Women have been opening themselves up to some debaucherous behavior. Most of them are. And this is where they stand today. Let me give you some Shan. Shan, take it from here.
Being joyful about it, you know, that want of, and I think it not even just a want, the power of knowing that you have the power to make someone's day better, and that's a choice and easier. Yes.
You hear that? I sent myself this. I said I need to react to it. This is a little while back ago. I don't remember any of this, so this is pretty much like on the fly. You have the power to make somebody's day better. She's not wrong, though. That's the sad part. She's not wrong. And this is why I keep talking about, really on my channel, especially, it's all internal. Most men, yeah, a woman's words, a woman will make a man get an extra pep in his step. In my opinion, you should have that already. And the reason why I keep saying that, the men that these women give their bodies away to already have that. So if you're a man who doesn't have that, you're going to naturally repel them because the men who they connect with on a spiritual and physical scale don't have that energy. So, but she's right. A lot of men, yes, not here, but you hear the arrogance? This is why I say you need to come internal. Whether you have one or not, you're the same. Because even if you get one, you still got to maintain that. I'm going to keep harping on that. Damn, I'm already getting started.
Better, and the power of knowing that.
So Shan, take it from here.
Being joyful about it, you know, that want of, and I think it not even just a want, the power of knowing that you have the power to make someone's day better.
Wow. If you're a man that can radiate that with or without one, a lot of them don't know what to do. But she's not wrong in a lot of situations, in a lot of scenarios, because men feel nothing. It hurts. Oh, it hurts. I wasn't even trying to go on this tangent, but just the arrogance right there. Wow.
And that's a choice and easier. Yes, better and easier. That's a choice that you have to make. I always make the choice to do it. I like to give. I like to allow my person to lead. They know, especially like when they're
allow my person to lead.
Translates in the bedroom, I like to feel dominated.
Damn, they like to feel dominated. This is why I tell you to be unapologetically masculine. This seems to be a theme that I want men to understand.
I don't know if the feminists will agree with this, but I like
Oh, that's the Asian girl. That's the Asian girl I'll be playing. What's she about to say?
to get dominated.
Well, there it is right there. Seems to be the theme of how women are naturally built. See, trying to make them equal and listening to them, that's not our role. Just listen. Our role is to dominate.
You know, riding dick ain't always my favorite position because I like to be taken advantage. Oh my gosh, no, I don't like to be taken advantage of. I like to feel, that's okay, I like to be degraded.
Hey, you see, there's a theme here. We like to be degraded. Ladies, is this you? What else, ladies? What else?
I like to choked, whooped, spanked, told what to do. I need a man to take charge and let me just, be goofy.
All right, I got you, baby. Be goofy with me, baby. I got you, man. Just don't interfere with what I'm doing. Right, ladies? Right?
Yeah.
Those are languages that I like and I accept.
I do, but if I'm comfortable and if I trust you.
Yeah, you got me, baby. I got you. Say no more. You can trust me.
What if she's already had her heart broken by said man that she quote unquote trusts. And again, just the 80% trickle down effect. Just cover your six. Cover your six. And again, these are the ones that are out here in the streets getting all the sausages. And if you're a man that's radiating the I'm so lonely, I need her to complete me, you're gonna repel them.
And that's you.
You're in good hands. But a lot of guys they're not there yet. You need to grow into this. You need to know how to do it and do it properly. This is where they want to be. They want to naturally submit. They want to naturally be under the leadership of a man that they can trust. They don't trust men today. They don't trust men. They've been hurt. They've been hurt ever since they've been 13 years old. They start getting hurt. And they start to lack trust in men. So they make you do all these things. And they do these 5 things that make them undateable. We're going to correct them. I'm going to correct them today. My job is not to correct. If you're new to my program, my job is not to correct women. That's not my job. It's women's job to correct women. Okay? It's not my job. All right? So men, understand that we don't do this here. I'm not telling men, see, women, you need to do this. Ladies, if you want to sabotage yourself and you want to give out free sex or you want to get paid for sex and be treated like a whore and be degraded, line up. All right? I got a lane for you right over here. All right? But I'm not trying to correct their behavior. All right? Because you can't correct them. And they're not wanting to be correct. Number one thing that's happening, the 5 undateable women are manipulators. Now, all women do a form of manipulation that is, in essence, to survive. This is a tool or a tactic that they use, and this is all things that we're revisiting. I've discussed this before. But, yes, women are manipulators, but they need to manipulate because, yes, I described it. You're a fully grown adult, but you have the strength of a 12-year-old. All right, yes, you're going to have to figure out other ways to survive. You need to find a protector. You need to have something that you can do. You need to be able to talk somebody out of doing things. You need to befriend people or act like you have friendships with people in order to survive. Can't knock people out. There are some women that can knock people out, but very few. Okay, but so manipulation is a tool that they use to survive. However, women have become predatory and manipulators. And since they start at an early age where people are finding them sexually interesting, they are actually exploring their sexual interests early on, 13, 14, 15. Most women don't get past 17 and they're virgins. Most women. By 17, they've all been touched on, knocked out, penetrated, or whatever. Okay. Some of them, by 17, and by the way, people are like, not me. I'm going to show you again this woman here, just in case you're joining me late. This woman by 20 has 4 kids.
With him?
I have 3, Your Honor.
3, and 1 with somebody else?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, wonderful. Sounds terrific. 20 years old. Sounds like we're going in the right direction here for a joyous life.
Yeah, so by 20, they could have done some damage, man.
Again, that just ties into the
Always remember, you ain't first, you're last.
again, let's just be pragmatic out here. That's all I'm saying. Finding one is a diamond in the rough, and it's not enough to go around. So chances are you'll be dealing with a woman who's already experienced this in some form or fashion. Let's just pump the brakes. And like I said before, I'll say it again.
Hey. 20, you could have 4 kids by 2 different baby daddies. Now, since we know this, a lot of us get a late start. Most men get a late start. Some men don't get a start at all. With that being said, many men who get late starts and don't get a start at all get manipulated.
And that's you.
You get manipulated. Now, Pookie, Ray already been manipulated. Chad Light, and Giga Chad and Tyrone, Blocktavius, Dontravius, Keandre, they've already figured it out by 16 to 20.
Yeah.
They already figured it out. But most men that have got a late start are getting with women that had a head start. That's where the manipulation goes.
That's real. That's real. Again, I like to use the RPG analogy. Most normie dudes, like I said, they said the average man by the time he's 30 only moving 5 women. That's the average dude. If she's got started 12, 13, 14 years old on the CC, by the time she's mid-20s, mid to late 20s, the average guy, he's a level 30 with his silver armor on, with his iron armor. And she's a level 100 raid boss, full epics, flaming sword, flaming shield, got her dragon mount with the flames and shit. You up here with your little with your little iron armor on, with your little your horse with leather armor and shit, little rinky dinky horse. She's on a dragon, flying around, full epics, sparkling armor, and you lapping you, full crit bonus. So yes, most dudes, generally speaking, are getting caught up, man. More the trickle down effect. That's why the divorce rate's so high. Got a couple of subs, man. Yeah. Bro said he was a one kid in deep. She's like, you know what? I just don't see a life long term with you anymore. He's like, the fuck, man? Completely caught him off guard, man. Why is this happening to a lot of men across the board? What's the common denominator? It's just sex. It's just sex. It don't matter. Then you got romance on top of that.
That's how men become. They already figured it out. Chad Light, and Giga Chad and Tyrone, Octavius, Don Travius, Keandre, they've already figured it out.
Yep. Yeah. At a young age, man. Especially growing up in the streets and stuff. You're gonna grow up fast. I ain't trying to say I was in the streets, but I was very aware, man. Like I said, I've seen stuff 13, 14 years old, so I was always aware. Then, like I said again, 18, 19 years old, came across Lycus 101, so I've always been red pill, man. I've always been around it, man. Always been aware. But yeah, man, a lot of cats don't. Like I said, Disney romance, simp friends, simp family members. That's really bad for a lot of cats, younger guys. Growing up around a bunch of simp friends and stuff, and that rubs off on you, and yeah.
By 16 to 20. They already figured it out. But most men that have got a late start are getting with women that had a head start. That's where the manipulation goes. That's how men become cleanup men. That's how men get married to a woman that have 6 kids and get divorced. This is how men get put on a child support system. This is how men become stepdaddies. They get manipulated by women that got an obvious head start, and then they've been through so many damn things that you come in and you want to see the good in her. But she's already tainted.
Ain't nothing you can do. Y'all know it's coming.
Because God took away my desire for promiscuity and all that stuff, that I didn't have a desire anymore, even like for my husband. And although my husband and I would have sex, it was like really hard for me. Like I really had to push myself to go there.
Husband. Why is that so many men? The trickle down effect. That's why I keep saying these women are going to land somewhere. They're going to survive. Women are going to survive. Beware. Just be careful. That's all I keep saying.
Always remember, you ain't first, you're last.
Let's keep going.
So this is the undateable woman, and most men get finessed. You're finessed. And it's a lost cause. I can't talk you off the ledge. You just got to find out yourself.
A lot of men do. Yep.
So these are undateable women. Once you find out that she is not trying to follow your program, she's not giving you exclusivity in the dating marketplace. She might give Tyrone the exclusivity, but if a woman's not exclusively trying to date you, she's manipulative. She's manipulating you. And the game today is that women have access to all these guys. They have their fail-safe plan. They're dating multiple guys, and then they're discovering that they cannot find a guy to commit.
Over 50% of women that are married have an orbiter, have a man just orbiting around. Over half. How you start's how you finish. You don't turn this stuff off, man. If she's been on these phones, the sneaky links, the hookups, if she's on this metaverse, on this freaking metaverse, it's over. See, guys don't want to accept that. No social media, bro. Okay, and you're going to eliminate. Yep, you're going to eliminate a lot of them. Yep. It's about long term. You're trying to clap cheeks again. Y'all know how I'm talking. Again, I don't even know why you're listening. But if you look long term, good luck. Good luck.
It's their own personal demise that's in their hands. But manipulators do stuff like this. And if you don't keep your guard up and you think, well, not all women. Yes, all women are capable of doing this, especially if they've experienced strife in relationships with men early. It's just a reality that you have to deal with and face. All right.
Yeah. That's why I said it never stops. You always have to have that. That's why I say you gotta always be the same, man. Always, it never ends. It never ends. I don't know if I'm gonna do this before or after the chaos video. It never ends, man. Yep.
Take the next one. Bored women. The most undateable people are bored women. Now, the boredom that they might hear in me because they refuse to listen, but they might hear me say, "Oh, see, coach, I'm not bored. I have my own job and my own career and my own money." Well, that's not what I'm talking about, man. I'm not talking about serving another master as a replacement for boredom. However, what I am talking about is a person that doesn't put their time in the best things. They're not studying the Word of God. They're not out here volunteering. They're not out here serving their fathers. They're not out here helping their families. They out here swiping on Tinder out of boredom. They're out here swiping on Instagram and trying to order Shein outfits on Instagram. They out here maybe doing the things that they don't want to do and giving their time to the devil. See, you don't have to have a job in the career to tell me you're not bored. You're just telling me you're serving the master and I have to compete with that master at some particular point. It's neither here nor there. I'm not intimidated by it, but it's difficult for me to be the man that I need to be, 100% the man to you, when you serving 85% of your energy to another man, corporation, entity, or government. It's hard for me to be the man for you. But you got to do what you got to do, boo. And if I'm not going to be there to support you and I see that you live in a life of boredom and serving another master, what am I supposed to do? I can't come in here and save you from that. Even then, I can't compete against that. So you're undateable. But I like the fact that you got that hustle, but I have to remind you, you're going to have to do that hustle for 40 years or hopefully find a man that's willing to accept that you serve another master. It's a tough task. We should have figured this out way before we got to 25, 30, and 40, but we didn't, and this is what we have. But bored women who swipe Tinder out of boredom, women who scroll Instagram all day, women who want to tell you about some post they saw on social media. These are bored women, and these are women that are going to sabotage you. These are time whores. They're going to come into your life and say, I got all this available time, but contribute very little. These people are bored.
And these be the ones that get all these unrealistic expectations on dates. And again, any man that takes this deal, which there are a lot of gumps that will, you're going to have to forever keep doing that. It's never going to stop. You're going to have to keep doing it forever. And you're always going to have to keep topping yourself because it's the dopamine rush, the diminishing returns. What have you done for me lately? Yeah. So how you start's how you finish. Yep.
And a lot of women get into relationships to cure their boredom. They get out of relationships because they want to cure their boredom. They want to be able to do things. They want to go to restaurants. I want to go to this restaurant. Okay, how come you haven't gone? Oh, I want somebody to go with. You're bored. You also want somebody to pay for it too, I'm assuming. Yeah, this is how they get through life. So you got a manipulator and a bored person. You want to avoid bored women. Doesn't mean that she's busy. She should not be busy. In fact, ladies, just saying busy is a slap in the face to a man. Never say you're busy. Say you have something that you must do. You have a project to complete. Oh, I've been real busy. No. No one's busy. But just tell them that you were completing a project. You had a mission to complete. You had your priorities. I didn't want to overlook my priorities. But a busy woman is not a good woman either. So this woman is probably busy going nowhere. They'll tell you how busy they are, but they're going nowhere while being busy. Have you noticed that? They're busy and they're broke at the same time. That's a problem. That's a problem. How are you so busy but still struggling? How are you so busy and still broke? How are you so busy but bored on the weekend? This doesn't make sense. You have to really vet these things out, or you'll succumb to them because she'll bring that energy into your relationship. She's bored. Now you're the new entertainment. Now you're the person that's supposed to plan things. This woman's bored.
The court jester. And we already know that leads to absolute nowhere. Be careful. Be careful. Yep, trying to be Mr. Entertainer, trying to satiate the endless void. The only thing that'll satiate it is you eventually falling on your own sword.
I always tell people, and she's busy on Instagram. I always tell women, if you come into my life, you're the organizer of events. You're the organizer of events. But if you come into my life and say, hey, what are we doing today? Well, no, a real man organizes events. No. You say, I'm interested in doing these things. Then I say, okay, we'll make it happen. But I'm not going to be all the time trying to be your goddamn party planner. All right, I have shit to do. So you tell me a concert's coming up. New Edition is going to be in town. Wow, got it. When? Saturday. There's the credit card. Get the tickets. That's too easy. But sitting around bored, like, plan something, let's do something. That ain't gonna be me. It ain't never gonna be me. And I'm not your damn party planner. I'm not your entertainment. I'm not your damn concierge. I'm not your concierge service. All right, here we go. So, shave your punani in your legs. I'll get the tickets. You be ready. Put some oil on your legs. Get your high heels in your dress. Let's go. All right. That's a woman that's not bored. But making me plan and come up with all the concepts and shit like that, that ain't me. That ain't gonna be me. All right, anyway. Let's go to the next thing. Event planner ass, concierge ass ninja. All right, I'm not your event planner of your life. All right, but it is what it is. Unreasonable woman. I see a lot of guys dealing with strags, right? They deal with straggle daggles. Straggle daggles would have been women that you would have actually bred out of your culture, your community, but for some reason, you like straggle daggles. You horny ninjas like straggle daggles. I don't get the strag thing here. Now I get it. I see what the strag looks like. We call them straggles here. I see what you're looking at, but this is an honorary, disrespectful woman.
Yeah, that's why I've been saying it. I've been saying it for the longest time too. Dudes be liking the chaotic concubines, man. The concubines of Ted, concubines of Pookie, the strags, talking shit, disagreeable. Dudes be just masochists to it. It's not wrong. I agree on this one.
You typically would not make a wife or a girlfriend out of a straggle. But guys are
putting babies
making this happen, and you're then complaining about it on the internet.
Yep.
You're then complaining about it on the internet. These hoes don't want to listen. They're straggles. That's why. Back in the day, they would be somewhere in the corner of New Orleans. That's where they would be. But no, you brought them off the corner and you try to put them in the house. You try to be in a relationship with them. You try to have babies with them.
So I keep playing. Then, like I said again, the birth control and all that. Then she get off the pill. I might do a reaction to BOA, man. We got a bunch of clips. This dudes that was married to women. Like, you can, from the very beginning, you can tell the woman's not into the guy. Just the body language. The dude's trying to go in for the kiss. Disrespecting some of them whenever the singer that they like was there, and just all up on the singer, pulling that Usher type shit. Then the dude's just smiling like an idiot in the back. I'm like, bro, how are you ignoring this stuff, man? It's not gonna get any better. Those be the same dudes in the sexist marriages and shit, man.
Strags are for recreational purposes only, and then they stay back over there in the whorehouse. They stay over there on the corner. They are not to come out of there. That's where they are. They live in a whorehouse. They rent a room over there. But you're trying to make girlfriends out of them, and you're trying to make wives out of them. And this woman's unreasonable. You cannot reason with an animal.
Bart Simpson.
You can't reason with an animal. She's untrainable. She's not supposed to be reasoned with. She's supposed to be enjoyed and then left for another man to enjoy. That's what they are. They're fun only. And in a patriarchal society, that's what happened. They were told to stay over there, and then men could go to them and have fun and leave. But you guys are trying to be in a situation where you're trying to argue with an unreasonable person. Over time, they'll be bred out and your community will be better for it. But no, you keep breeding with them, you keep arguing with them, you keep fighting them, you keep trying to have them see your way. They're not supposed to be that way. In fact, let me just say this. In any animal kingdom, they actually accomplish this. When they have people that are counterproductive to your society, they don't breed with them. If they do breed with them, whoever they reproduce, they delete them. Lions, for example. Lions, when they come into a pride or they're part of a pride and they take over that pride, they get rid of the kids that are produced by the person who they defeated, the lion that they defeated. So they not becoming stepdads. They're like, you gotta get rid of them kids. Why? Because they're gonna be problematic. They ain't gonna listen. They gonna buck against me, and they come from you, who has reproduced with obviously a weaker man, and I am the king. So I got to get rid of them, or I'm gonna get rid of you. Which one you want? She's like, I want to keep my babies. Okay, go. You're off the pride. You're out of here. In fact, if you are training an animal and that animal tries to snap back at you and bite you, what do? Do you keep trying to train the animal to not bite you? You don't. You get rid of the animal. You get rid of the animal. You're like, this animal's no good. This animal's unreasonable. This animal is dangerous to me. You get rid of them. You don't keep housing them and feeding them and then rewarding bad behavior. Now, this is just a metaphor. I don't want you to harm any human beings. It's just a metaphor. In this society, yeah, even with children are unreasonable, I disown you. You guys try to work through the child and go to psychotherapy with the child and try to convince the child, and then you placate to the child. Nah, I disown you, child. They did that to Prince Harry's ass. Oh, what? Okay, you want to do what? Disown. And let me take all your shit, your title, your name, and you don't go give me your property, all that shit. Leave your shit here at the door. Get the fuck out. But y'all want to work through these people, and you need to work through it. No, we getting rid of your ass.
That's what I be saying. You say why, say what bother. You're seeing dudes on podcasts, especially in the community, arguing with Jezebels, going back and forth, trying to argue them into submission. Bro, it's too late. Again, been out there on the CC, getting those dopamine rushes, getting all those it's pointless. It's pointless. Dude's trying to save him, man. That's why I said, man. That's why it's being only person you can save is yourself, bro. Yep. Going back and forth, trying to argue, wasting your energy. It's pointless. It's pointless, man. Say why, I say why bother. Keep going.
Because you don't want to listen. You're unreasonable. And I ain't here to fight with you because I have battles to win. I have the world to conquer. I have money to make. So you guys are trying to be with unreasonable women who are undateable. As soon as she becomes unreasonable, you get rid of her by disassociating with her, disowning her. You don't continue to mate with them. You don't continue to date them. You don't continue to make them understand. You don't continue to make them see your side of the story. You disown. You get rid of. You stop breeding with. You breed out.
Just leave. Yep. Take your light away, man. Man, silence. Silence is golden. Silence is violence, bro. All that back and forth, all that yelling and stuff, man, just leave. I'm gone, man. Just take your light away. I ain't doing all that back and forth, getting all emotional and yelling and screw that, man. Take your light away. Yep.
It's hardcore, but ninjas, we animals out here. But you're making it hard for yourself. My definition is straggles are not to be anything more than fun toys. And ladies, if you are dressing like a straggle, you are therefore going to identify with the stragglers. I cannot make it any plainer than that. So if that's what you want to do and emulate, you want to be in the Sukihana, in the sexy red, in the whole icy spicy, if that's what you want to do, you therefore will be treated as such since you're wearing the uniform. I cannot do anything any different than that. I don't have time to decipher who's who. I don't have time to investigate. You therefore will be treated as such, and I don't have any problems with doing that. But I will pay you some money for your activities, and you will be richly rewarded. Do whatever you want with the money.
Coach be tricking, man. Coach be tricking. But, like I said, man, who are you? I'm Stanley Gunny. I was going to do a video. You must not get a lot of women, how you talk. But just kind of quick, if you're playing the game and compromising your soul and telling them what you want to hear, that takes energy, attention, and time. Tricking kills the energy, attention, and time. I'm not mad at it. I just, the dudes that be tricking me falling in love with the Jezebels. That's what be tripping me out. But energy, attention, and time, just, hey, man, give us some bread. Save you a lot of time, man. I don't see nothing wrong with it. You know, if you're going to do it, better than trying to slow pimp your way, telling them what they want to hear, situationships, and dealing with all that drama and shit. But, like I said, monk mode, but I know some men can't and some men don't. Like I said again, I'm realistic. Yeah, you can be the moral police, and yeah, you shouldn't be doing it, but people are. It's not going to stop. But if you are, like I said again, seems like paying is the more logical route. Get it out the way. No, paying her to leave. No energy, intention, and time. But Mr. Mouthpiece over there, more than likely, she don't like you like that, so you got to tell her what she wants to hear. You got to play the game. Hey, man, do what you want to do. Keep going.
But I will not support you, protect you, or save you. I have no problems with this. I'm a cold individual, just like the middle of the winter or the other side of the pillow. All right, I don't know what to tell you.
And like I said, man, you know, there's something to take away from this. Now, you got to keep in mind that Coach has been married and divorced, got a couple of kids, so his message is coming from that perspective. So, like I said, for those of you the purple pill and looking, you know, just chew the meat, spit out the bone, but just be aware. I'm gonna keep stressing it.
Always remember, if you ain't first, you're last.
Be pragmatic out there. Let's be realistic. You know, we don't do the Disney fairy tale. Romance and all that is Pornhub. Let's just be real. But yeah, man. That's why I said, man, in this space, man, everybody got their philosophies and stuff, man. And you know, like I said again, I get my message. I'm not coming from this place of being rejected or sexually frustrated. I'm just coming from a stoicism, a place of neutral. You know, so I'm just an observer. You know, like I said, I don't hate women. I love women. I'm kind of a simp how much I love women, but hey, man, I'm not stupid either. And like I said before, I say it again, man, just chew the meat, spit out the bone. You know, that's what I'm doing here. I just say, man, like I said, I don't agree with them 100% on everything, but, you know, let's keep going.
Like a Russian woman. Yeah, I'm a little bit cold, but that's how you have to be out here if you want a stable society. Next, incomplete women. Incomplete women. So we got manipulators, bored women, unreasonable women, and incomplete women. All right, women that are incomplete. It might be incomplete for a variety of reasons. It might not be their fault, or they might have had to learn the hard way. Some women have to learn the hard way, but some women come in incomplete. There was a time where fathers owned their daughters. That's what they tell us, but they didn't own them. They were responsible for their daughters, and they wished to pass their daughters on complete.
With the controlling patriarchy that they were calling sexist and misogynistic, they're trying to help you. But again, they know this. This is why, like I said again, I did that video a little while back ago that the woman's asking, if we withhold sex, will that bring back traditionalism? Will that bring back courtship, i.e. the oppressive? Nope, it's too late. The toothpaste has been squirted out of the tube. Let's keep on.
In fact, it would be a benefit to him and his legacy and his lineage and the things that he's worked hard for to pass his daughter on complete. Therefore, he would make sure that his mom or him trained the daughter properly as to make sure she was made to be passed on to another man of responsibility in a complete manner. We've lost these days because we no longer own women or we're no longer responsible for them. Many fathers no longer are in the lives of women to complete them. Many women are not in a position to complete their children because they're struggling. They're struggling by their own choice and their own desires. Their own desires to be manipulators have bit them in the ass, so therefore the women that we have today are incomplete. Thus, many men will tell men of king men that are trying to conquer the world, to stop and tell a woman how to scramble eggs, to stop and train a woman, to stop and tell her what she needs to do. No. She must need to bring some sort of completeness to you. You're not there to complete her. You're not there to train her. You're not there to do any of these things. She must have had and got these instructions from somebody else that had a vested interest in making sure that she was passed to a man of responsibility.
That's extremely rare. A woman that's groomed to be a wife, Not enough to go around. Most dudes will be dealing with this modern woman who's learning on the fly. Putting off marriage until they're in their 30s, and then now I'm ready to. And now I can flip it on and flip it off. Now I'm ready. It'll work. That's what you're dealing with nowadays. It's got to be realistic out here. What kind of society do we live in?
That is I. But if I have to take time to teach this woman how to scramble eggs, if I have to take time to teach this woman how to present herself in a proper manner, if I have to take time to argue with her as to not go out there with the hyenas and go be out there and be a strag, if I have to convince her to be out here and not try to be independent of me but using me, if I have to teach her how to not manipulate me, well, then she's incomplete. And therefore, she's undateable. Now, you might have to coach her up and say, hey, baby, you scrambling them eggs a little bit too hard. Can you make them a little bit soft and put a little bit of that Mexican or Jack cheese on it? Sprinkle it a little bit, not too much, or give me that. Can you make the grits a little bit more runnier? I don't like them all hard and all sticking to the pan like this. Can you make sure that bacon is a little bit more crispier? Thank you, baby. Can you make that Scooby-Doo sandwich a little bit higher? I got you, baby. But I ain't supposed to take her hand and put the knife in the Miracle Whip and then spread it across the bread. Incomplete. Anytime you go to school and you turn in an incomplete piece of homework, your teacher will send it back and say, this is incomplete. They will tell you to continue to work on it before you present it. Therefore, we would expect and have a great expectation as men of leisure and legacy that we get projects presented to us complete. Is that too hard to ask? Well, it is in today's society.
Yeah. You get called sexist, misogynistic, controlling, little dick, you hate women, you're gay, you're insecure. And the women that are really about that, what do they call them? They call them pick-me's. They literally call the women who are the traditional ones, the real alpha women, they call them pick-me's and make fun of them. That's the society we live in, bro. Let's be realistic out here, man.
And therefore, we spend too much time backtracking, living backwards, trying to complete women. But that is not our responsibility.
Nope.
We need to put upon the parents, impress upon the parents and the communities to stop bringing incomplete women to us so that we don't waste time and we can continue to build forward.
It's over with the community. It's a wrap. It's not happening. So the community, that's not happening. So I'm not trying to be Mr. Come on, bro. It's too far gone, man.
And an incomplete woman is a person that could be a person that has her priorities all out of whack. She has her allegiances all out of whack. She's using us or manipulating us as a tool to be able to get her out of her personal problems and debts before paying them off and then passing those debts and issues onto us. She is incomplete. Sometimes if she's bringing other children into your life, she's incomplete. Her loyalties and allegiances allied to the baby's father and the children, not to you.
Yep.
It's okay. Now, if you don't want to do this, it's okay. Yeah, clean and intact. I need you presented well. Now, if you present yourself as a fun time, pass around, run around suit, I will treat you as such. But yes, if you say I need a man to complete me, baby, that ain't me. You need to come in knowing what to do. I don't have to convince you to do it. You must know what to do. If you find a man, which is awful difficult to find, we actually told you that. So for the women who are crying in their soup, I already talked about the men. They're running around here in Crocs and socks. We don't want that. That's not a man for you. But I need you to come in understanding 100% what I need and what the expectations are. If you're confused about it, you're incomplete. I don't know what a man wants. You're incomplete. If you haven't figured it out now, you're 28, 30, 35, 40, and you're still confused, befuddled. You're still misguided, undecided. You still haven't figured it out. After going through 35 men sexually, you still can't figure it out. You're incomplete. You need to go somewhere to cotillion. You need to go to some white school somewhere. You need to find your mama or your daddy and go back and say, I need to make up for lost time before I present myself to the 36 man sexually. You need to go back to him before you come to me.
That's not going to happen with most women. That's not going to happen. That will require accountability and some form of humility. And that's why we talk about the modern women. Oh, how about a little humility, eh? That doesn't exist. Nope.
Is that too hard to ask? And I say this with love. Last point. An uncoachable woman. An uncoachable woman. I'm putting my life, my name, my legacy on the line. If you're a woman that says, I don't understand why we're taking men's last names, well, you're incomplete. You need to go back. Or stay alone, support yourself. I don't know what to tell you. But you're with the king now.
I can't even believe that's a debate. Really? The last name? I can't even believe that is a debate with some of these people. What are y'all doing, bro? That's a debate whether she takes your last name with that non-hyphenated bull crap. Really? I can't believe dudes. Well, yeah, I can. Yeah.
With the king. You're with the king now. If you don't recognize it, well, that's part of your problem. You're incomplete.
So is the man. Because you got to command that, man. If she ain't respecting you like that, that's on you as a man too, though. Yep. So is the man. The man got to be responsible. You incomplete too. That's why I said stay your ass in the desert till you can figure out who you are. Because a lot of that stuff dudes be dealing with, you're incomplete. Dudes are incomplete. You don't know who you are. You don't know your value. You don't know your worth. Because you don't really got to say anything whenever you're hitting on all cylinders. Men are the prize. You don't got to say anything. The way you carry yourself, your actions say that. You don't got to do all that back and forth. You don't got to do all that explaining. Those are incomplete men dealing with incomplete women, trying to tell them and trying to be the square peg in the round hole. You ain't got to do all that. You don't got to do all that, bro. Everything's gonna naturally fall into place, man. If she feeling you like that.
And you've been having this problem for damn near 15 to 20 years. But that's not my problem. That's your problem. But if you're uncoachable to the point where I have to keep making the same correction over and over again, well, then therefore, you're undateable. I don't like to rehash conversations. I do this for a living, but I do this to help men. But if I have to have the same conversation over and over again, and you still play like a dummy, or you're manipulating me, well, then therefore, your coachability is at zero. You know what I mean? If you're then keep pressing upon me that your priorities are my priorities, I need to put everything above myself. I need to pedestalize you. I need to make your issues the number one priority. We need to pay off your debts before I pay mine. Your coachability is lacking. And I cannot take you to the promised land. We cannot get the ring. We cannot go out there and win. We cannot win the championship. Can I build a legacy if I'm continuing to have the most important person in my life be my biggest enemy? You're pulling me in the opposite direction. And men, when you recognize this, you got to get rid of these women. The biggest problem we have in our society today is weak men. And weak men that are trying to make deals with undateable and untrainable women.
Yep. But here's the thing, and this is my 2 cents on all this. I blame men for this. I blame men for hyping up sex, for hyping up women. Men do that. Men shame other men for not having women, for not having sex and all that. Men do that. Men hype it up. And like I said again, that works on weak-minded dudes, creating that social anxiety, making them, again, try to do that shit with me, that don't work. Because like I said again, I get attraction confirmation. That also, get out of here. That don't work. But I call it out, I'm coping. Men have a big part to play in that. Yep. Had some simp comment. I used to be like this. Me and my girl, we've been together for 4 years, and our relationship's good. Bro, I tell you, I'm better than you guys, because that's the shit I'm talking about. Dude, let me post that shit. I'm up here, and you're down here. Really? Dudes be doing that. It be men. That's why I tell you, think for your damn self. Yep. It's at the beginning of that video. You got the power to make somebody's day. She said that all smugly, and unfortunately, she's not off base on that. Woman's words give you an extra pep in your step. Man, fuck that. You need to already have that already. That's just bonus right there. I don't know. What do I know?
That is our problem. That's where our problem lies. We have a divorce rate of well over 60%. And we have women filing for divorce the majority of the time. I believe that men should be filing for divorce the majority of the time. The only way to correct society today, one of the only ways, is to divorce these women way more than they divorce us. Like immediately. There should be 70% of men dropping these hoes off right at the family court, giving them their money and their child support, and giving them a bag and tell them good luck, try again. That's the only way you go get them corrected. Show that.
I say if you were doing that at the very beginning, you wouldn't have been married to her in the first place because she would have. Think about that. If she's trying to settle for the quote unquote safety guy, and then the safety guy's like, hold up, no, we're gonna be doing this, this, and this, and this, and this. The marriage would never happen. It wouldn't. She would have skedaddled at the very beginning. But men will have to do that in large scale. Some men are, but there's still a lot of gumps out there too. There's still a lot of simps, y'all. There's still a lot of simps out there.
Yeah, so what? Empty your panty drawer out right now. Give them a suitcase, file for divorce. Here's the paperwork. Sign that shit. You get $32,000. You get $3,200 a month. Make good use of it. Get the fuck out and give me my kids. And if you lose the kids, and she want to keep the kid, go ahead, keep the kid, keep them. I'm gonna go make some more.
Well, Omni-Man over here.
But y'all like, Coach, I'm gonna lose my house. Fuck it, buy a new one. I'm gonna lose my kids. Go make some new ones. Or go live your life. Go buy a yacht instead. Them kids gonna be fucked up anyway if she in the care of an incomplete woman. If she been raised by that woman and she giving you strife, them kids gonna be fucked up anyway. Get rid of all their asses.
Yep. How many times you see dudes still, they try to be romantic, they try to do the therapy, they try to be the square peg in a round hole, they try to be the dancing around, jumping through hoops with gasoline draws on, and it still ends in ruin. And you still can't save it. I agree with Coach on this, man. Yep. Got to cut the kids off too, man. That's how a lot of dudes are getting caught up though, man. But again, it still ends up in ruin anyway.
You properly dismissed. The divorce rate should be 70-80% men filing for divorce. That's where the divorce rate should be. And the fact that y'all keep complaining that 70-80% of women are filing divorce is the problem. Y'all monkey ass trying to hold on to tangible things instead of holding on to your damn balls. Ninja, cuff your balls and get rid of problematic women and stop working that shit out. Cut that bitch off.
And again, it's going to cost me the woman. And this is what I was talking about. You must not get a lot of women talking like this. Again, so many men tell women what they want to hear. So many men play the copper top dating program. I'm going to do another video talking about it because I'm trying not to get into it too much. But yeah, you must not get a lot of women. Most dudes have to conform, have to be part of this metaverse. You got to be a copper top to bang a copper top. And again, you playing this Disney romance crap like he said, man. 80% divorce, and it still don't work out. Dudes got to wake up out here, man. That Disney romance trying to be Mr. Do It the Right Way, man. Cross the T, dot the I, mother sucker, man. That shit don't work. A lot of times those dudes be the last ones to know when the divorce is happening. The kids know, everybody else know, the friends know, the family know, but the Mr. Hart working over there, he's the last one to know. He's like, what the hell happened? But again, man, doing that up front, yep, it's going to cost you most women. Absolutely. Especially if you're on an 80% look scale. But even then, I still think it's a mentality. I'm not going to really say that. Because I think if you really hitting on all fronts, connecting with the Most High, connecting with the universe, and you enjoy your own company, I just believe you'll be radiating differently. I truly believe some dudes will argue this about looks. Most guys ain't going to really hit on that, though, man. They're not going to really find that center. But, I don't know. What do I know?
I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch. Cut that bitch off. Next call.
Y'all trying to make deals with problematic women.
Yep.
Until we get the divorce rate where it's 70% men filing for divorce, forget it. Forget it. Y'all making deals. You know, she divorcing and they divorcing us. Let's flip the script on them. Drop their asses off at the family court. Pay your tab, pay your exit fee, and keep it moving. I guarantee you, you could have saved yourself 5 years. Then you would have been 5 years younger. You could have got you a fine piece of calico. You could have got your bag up. Whatever you thought you was losing in child support and alimony, Ninja, you would have made it back already. And you would have been paying less in alimony by cutting her ass off when she stopped listening the first time. But hey. So we need to take the blame back and take the credit. Fuck all this, it's our fault. We need to make these women realize that you was getting a good deal. And you passed it up by not listening. You dropped, you probably dismissed. Now take that old Krabby crumb cake. Man, drop them off. It's just money, then to pay the money. Pay the money. It's the best money you ever had. That child support gonna be the best babysitting fee you ever had. And them kids gonna come running back when they 18, 19, 20, and 25, going, damn, Daddy, I see how you living. And I done fucked around and been under the emotional terrorism of my mama. Help me out. We need men to be men. We need men to be men. Kick our ass to the curb, Ninja. That was our best weapon back in the day. Kick them to the curb. Ninjas don't want to pull their weapons out. Pause. Let's get back to these super chats here.
That's pretty much it for Coach, man. Y'all agree with Coach, man? I agree with Coach, man. But again, it's going to cost me the woman. Yep. That's the problem. That's the problem. Your eyes bigger than your eyes bigger than your belly. You like her more than she likes you. You don't want to make her upset. But I could never make you unhappy. No, couldn't do that, girl. 'Cause I love you so. Do-do-do, do-do-do, do-do. I can't play it. Oh, that would be my track, man. I keep getting a copyright, so I can't play that. I love that hook. I could never make you unhappy. And it ends up in ruin. Yep. It's going to cost me the woman. So, you're better off alone in the desert. That's why I said if I ever got involved in one, I said before, I said it again, the very first thing's going to come out my mouth. The door is always there. Don't you ever think you can't use it. The door is right there. That's the very first thing I would say. The door is right over there. Don't you ever feel you can't use it. Yep. But hey, what do I know? I know being Mr. Romantic and doing it the societal way, doing it the copper top programming way, that's not what's up, man. But yeah, man, I just want to do a reaction to Coach on that. Like I said, iron sharpens iron. I don't agree on 100% everything, but the majority of it I agree with them on. But y'all let me know what y'all think, man. That is all I got. I am out. Laters.